Successful people always have two things on their lips: silence and smile. Smile to solve problems and silence to avoid problems. Good morning, dear one. Welcome to our first computer class. My name is Rajiv and I will be taking computer this year. We'll start class with a silent prayer. All of you close your eyes and join your hands and pray to God the Almighty. Okay, welcome back. We'll start computer chapter 1, computer memory. So in this chapter you will learn about internal memory, secondary memory, how is data stored in computers, and units for measurement of memory. What is a computer? A computer is an electronic device that accepts the data, stores data, processes the data, and then produces a result. It can process the input data to give the desired output according to the instructions we give. And you know, a computer is made up of hardware and software devices. Also, as you can see in this picture, the parts of computer is divided into input and output devices. Now coming back to our chapter 1, computer memory. Do you know, children, we can store a large amount of data in the memory of a computer. Do you know, children, a computer has a very large memory. It can store a large amount of information and can recall the same instantly and correctly whenever desired. So, what is the meaning of the word desired? That means strong wish. Okay, so here, whenever we wish or whenever desired, a computer can recall information. Okay, so here human beings can do to a certain extent only when we compare to a computer. When a human being acquires new knowledge, here the brain subconsciously retains it. Retains means hold or keep. So what's the meaning of subconscious? Yes, the part of your mind that notices and remembers information. Okay. So when we compare human beings with computer has a large internal memory. The computer has two types of memory. One is the internal memory and the second external memory. Okay, so here we can see two subdivisions in internal memory. One is RAM and the second is ROM. RAM means random access memory and ROM means read-only memory. Under read-only memory we have PROM, EPROM and EEPROM. Now coming to the external memory, we can see floppy disk, hard disk, magnetic tape, CD-ROM, DVD and pen drive. So all of you take out your textbook, take page number 5 and see the two types of memory. I repeat, the internal memory and the external memory. Now we will try to understand what is internal memory. Internal memory is also called primary memory. This is present inside the computer and helps the computer to work. And if you remove this type of memory, the computer cannot work. Internal memory is also called primary memory, and this is present inside the computer and helps the computer to work. Okay, if you remove this type of memory, what will happen? The computer cannot work. And you know, internal memory is of two types, that is RAM and ROM. RAM means random access memory, and ROM, yes, tell me, what is ROM? Yes, very good, read only memory. First we will learn about RAM. RAM stands for random access memory. Random access memory is volatile in nature. Volatile means it stores information as long as the computer is on. Okay, information is lost when computer is turned off. You understood? Yes. So RAM, or the random access memory, is volatile in nature since it stores information as long as the computer is on. Information is lost when the computer is off. Okay. It is read or write memory. Okay, read or write memory in the sense that it is possible to both read from or write to locations within the RAM. Now coming to ROM, it stands for read only memory. ROM is non-volatile and permanent in nature. So what does non-volatile memory means? So non-volatile memory is a type of computer memory that can retain stored information after power is removed. Okay, so you understood the difference between volatile memory and non-volatile memory. So here in volatile memory, that requires power to maintain the stored information. And non-volatile memory is a type of memory that can retain information, or we can say retain stored information even after power is removed. So here ROM is made up of semiconductor circuit into which the data is permanently stored at the time of manufacturing. Okay, so in ROM the data is permanently stored at the time of manufacturing. What is manufacturing? Yes, it is the process of raw materials or parts into finished goods through the use of tools or human labor, or even with the machinery, etc. The information contained in this type of memory can only be read and cannot be changed. Okay, this information can be read, but we cannot change this information. So here basically ROM checks if all the parts are connected properly and then loads the operating system. So operating system means software that supports a computer's basic functions. Here operating system manages computer hardware, software, etc. Now we will learn the difference between RAM and ROM. As I already said, RAM means random access memory. It is volatile in nature. You understood what is volatile and non-volatile. Okay, so RAM is volatile in nature, and we can see it is big in size. We can read and write in it. Okay, so RAM means random access memory. It is volatile in nature, big in size, and we can read and write in it. Okay. Now coming to ROM, it is read only memory. ROM stands for read only memory, and it is non-volatile in nature. Okay, it is non-volatile in nature. It is small in size and we can only read it. Coming to RAM, we can read as well as write through this memory. And ROM, we can only read this memory and we cannot write through it. Okay. So now we will see various types of ROM. There are various types of ROM. Number one, PROM, that is programmable read only memory. EEPROM, that means erasable programmable read-only memory, and EEPROM, that is electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. Okay, that is EEPROM. So we have seen types of ROM. Number 1, PROM. Number 2, EEPROM. And number 3, EEPROM. See this picture? Here you can see a PROM chip. Okay, PROM means programmable read-only memory. It is a ROM that can be programmed to record information using a facility known as PROM programmer. So here in this chip, once the information is written, it cannot be changed. Now coming to the second type of ROM, that is EEPROM, erasable programmable read-only memory. Okay, erasable programmable read-only memory, EEPROM. It is another type of ROM that can be erased using ultraviolet light. Okay, here the chip can be reprogrammed to record the different information using a special PROM program facility. So here what's the difference between programmable read-only memory and erasable programmable read-only memory? Yes, here in the programmable read-only memory, once the information is written, it cannot be changed. But here in erasable programmable read-only memory can be erased using ultraviolet rays. Now coming to third type of ROM, that is EEPROM, electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. You repeat with me, electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. Okay, that is EEPROM. EEPROM is a type of ROM which can be programmed and erased by electrical signals. Okay, for this purpose, ultraviolet light is not required. So here, EEPROM, that is electrically erasable programmable read-only memory, in this type of ROM can be programmed and erased by electrical signals. Ultraviolet light is not required here. So today we have learned memory. Memory of computer is divided into internal memory and external memory. Okay, and internal memory we already covered. That is divided into two, RAM and ROM. Under ROM we have PROM, EEPROM and EEPROM. PROM is programmable read-only memory. EEPROM, erasable programmable read-only memory. And EEPROM means electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. So that's all for today. We'll continue in the next class. You need to read the textbook. Okay, page number 5, 6 and 7. Stay home and stay safe. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.